I'm with Heydon Prowse from Don't Panic. Heydon, can you tell us what Don't Panic is?
Don't Panic is originally a flyer pack that has a poster inside of it, which is designed by a well-known, recognised artist. That's what Don't Panic was initially, but from that it's become a sort of online entity as well, and it's now a website where people who pick up the packs and find arts events or music events inside those packs can then follow that onto the online website and explore that further with interviews or articles. Yeah.
Okay, so where were the flyers and the packs? Where would people have picked those up from initially?
So the packs are distributed in sort of art spaces, shops, bars, galleries, outside certain events. We hand-pick like 21 events per week that we flyer outside.
Yeah.
Universities. Yeah.
Okay, and you've also got a Facebook page, yeah?
Yeah.
How important is Facebook in the whole kind of package of things?
Well, the viral side of it is very important, but it's not just Facebook, it's also MySpace, and it's also, you know, Bebo, and it's Last.fm, and it's everything. It's current TV. You sort of have to have a presence, and all these different social networking sites, because that's where it's buzzing and that's where people are, and so you need to have a face in those places.
So it sounds, it's a very kind of modern media invention, really. I mean, it's come from kind of grassroots level. It's using social networking.
Yeah.
And then, but you also, I mean, your core now is what? It's a website, is it basically, that you do?
Yeah. Well, the site is. Well, I think Don't Panic realises that all print is sort of moving from, print to online, and that's the case with the flyer packs. Is that there's still definitely a market for these things, but I mean, I also promote events, and I know for a fact that it's my online marketing is by far the most successful side of my promotion. That's where I need to concentrate on, is online marketing. It's the same with Don't Panic. So we need to sort of drive our Don't Panic readers, so to speak, onto the site, and that's where we want to keep them. Basically, it's the website. That's kind of,
and you also have, I mean, I think I'm right in saying, from Facebook, or I guess from MySpace or wherever, events that you're promoting. So in a sense, can you kind of join the Facebook Don't Panic group and then get to hear about the events?
Yeah, you can do that, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and we use our events that we do to promote our magazine as well, and we try to, it's something that we're trying to do, because we have different themes for each issue of our magazine, so we're trying to sort of tie in the themes to our nights. So if you come to our nights, we film it, and then we might sort of do vox pops on that particular theme, which might be peace or culture, and then we'll interview you and we'll get your opinions on that and we'll put it on the website next day. And typical Don't Panic audience is quite arts based, because we have the Don't Panic poster competitions. We have a lot of people that are on our site are there because they're artists or illustrators or designers. So it's kind of artsy. It's music based as well, because a lot of music fans who are chasing what gigs are on that week. But we're trying to be as political as possible. We're trying to be as conscious and aware as we can.
So, I mean, I saw, like, today I was looking, and you've got a mix of things. I mean, some of them are probably not as recent as others, but you've got Hunt, basically how to disrupt a hunt.
Yeah.
So you've got kind of agit-prop political things in with the arts, music, that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's the kind of. I mean, we're trying to go for all. We're trying to, cover everything basically.
Yeah.
But,
I mean, if we were like in traditional media, we'd call it a lifestyle magazine.
Yeah.
Is it a kind of lifestyle magazine?
Yeah, for a certain type of person, for a sort of young. I mean, in terms of Don't Panic as a marketing company, as a flyer packs tries to target sort of youth, what you might call underground culture, and that's kind of their unique selling point. When companies come to them and want to use Don't Panic to target a certain person, that's the type of person they're trying to target, and that's kind of our readership as well.
Okay.
Kind of like,
and I noticed something on the site was I think you'd done it for Camden Council, a smoking quit smoking campaign. Is that right?
That's right. Yeah.
So would Camden Council come to you as the people who they felt could make a package that would work for the people they were trying to target?
Yeah, you might have companies like Camden Council might want to stop people smoking within Camden, and to do that they might employ Don't Panic distribute materials to people in Camden about the dangers of smoking, and as part of that deal, you know, if we agreed with it and we wanted to cover it in the magazine, we could, you know, feature something on that issue, for instance, and that could be a, you know, a part of
Okay. And where did the whole Don't Panic idea come from? I notice it's, in a way, it's a kind of franchise, isn't it? It's in different cities and different countries. Because you cover London, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, we there's 5 different cities in the UK, and it's also in Spain and Australia and Hungary as well.
Okay.
Yeah, the magazine is quite London-centric, purely because that's where it's just started and that's where it's based. But we're getting contributors from different cities as well, trying to make it.
So there isn't like a separate setup in another city, which is like a comparable website. Yeah.
Well, that's what eventually is the plan, is to do that.
Okay.
Is to have content. Yeah, sort of. You know, you visit the site in Brazil and you see the Brazilian site.
Okay.
And you visit the site in Australia and you see the Australian site.
Okay. And what is your kind of role here?
I'm editor of the magazine, but it's kind of just pitching wherever as well. I also run the nights that we do, because that's kind of linked to the magazine, and that's used as promotion for the magazine as well, to drive people onto the site. Yeah.
So this is quite an interesting role. I mean, an editor would, it's not, I mean, you've got the bit of the editing role which we probably all recognise as being traditional, but you've got a whole load of other things you're doing as well.
But the promotional side of it's interesting, because it doing a night to promote an online magazine is just an interesting concept, because it allows you to incorporate the two into each other, and you know.
And did you choose this job rather than like a traditional media job, or did it kind of choose you, or?
I think, well, I kind of leapt on it when I saw it, even though I didn't know what the future was in it, and it worked out really well. So, yeah, I kind of chose it. We didn't really know what it was going to be prior to me getting here, and prior to me actually coming and sort of fleshing out what the possibilities were for it. But it was something that we sort of felt our way in, and eventually created something that was starting to work.
And what about, to use a very old media jargon, the business model? Is there how do you kind of make ends meet?
Well, right now we make ends meet through the packs still, and as a marketing company, Don't Panic is essentially a marketing company. That's how we make ends meet. The site right now isn't paying for it. It's starting to, but it's not paying for itself yet. And the way it will is by increasing our traffic tenfold, and you know, then we'll start being able to pay for ourselves through the site. Yeah, right now it's a sort of forward-thinking thing. It's an investment, because we realise that everything's going online, and if you want to be, you know, if you want to be the go-to point for, you know, artists or people that are interested in the kind of things that Don't Panic do, then you have to be online.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Fantastic. Thanks a lot.